For today, we will talk about 5 hidden truths for Filipino nurses coming in to work here in the UK.
Hi, my name is Jabel, and I would just like to say that coming here to the course really helps me gain confidence to take my exam, especially practicing with the equipment and materials. It feels like I'm at the OSCE Center taking my exam.
Want to improve your OSCE communication skills, practice against the clock and have fun doing it? Then get Let's Talk OSCE, the brand new card game from IELTS Medical.
Hello, Manong George here and welcome to the channel. Talaga ba, Manong? Kailangan ko bang magbayad ng ganon? Manong, may nagsabi sa akin, ganito daw po. Manong, tama ba yun? May mga bagay na hindi masyadong napag-uusapan for Filipino nurses that would be coming here in the UK. Marami tayong na-receive ng mga tanong tungkol dito. So for today's episode, I will tell you about 5 hidden truths that would help you pagdating mo dito sa UK coming from the Philippines. So, number 1, usapang sweldo. Alam mo ba na sa United Kingdom, ang normal na sweldo ay isang beses lang isang buwan? Kung ikaw ay sanay, let's say, sa Pilipinas, na every 2 weeks or so, quincenas, nakakatanggap ka ng sweldo, pagdating dito sa UK, mag-iiba yan. So, ang isa pang usapang sweldo na napakagandang malaman is dito sa United Kingdom, wala pong 13th month bonus. Generally speaking, wala ring bonus, lalo na sa NHS. Malabong mangyari yan. Ngayon, ang experience ko dito, nung bagong dating ako, hindi ko alam yan. Hindi ko siguro nabasa or hindi ko natanong. So, ang nangyayari sa akin, yung tinatawag na na-experience ko yung linggo de peligro. Alam niyo ba kung ano yung linggo de peligro? Yun yung huling linggo bago ka sumweldo. Ibig sabihin, na lahat ng pera ko nung first 2 weeks, pagdating ng 3rd week going to the 4th week, halos wala na. Puros delata na lang ako. So, ang top tip ko dito is learn how to budget your money wisely. So, truth number 2, alam mo ba that you should be paying for your NMC registration annually? So, dumating ka na dito sa United Kingdom, nag-OSCE ka, take 1 pasado, great. Babayad ka ng registration fee, ayos na lahat. Registered ka na sa NMC. Baka makalimutan mo, after a year, magbabayad ka ulit. Yes, narinig nyo ako, magbabayad ka ulit. And currently, the NMC registration stands at £120 per year. Ngayon, anong repercussions kung say, nakalimutan mong bayaran or hindi mo pala alam na magkailangan mong magbayad sa NMC? Unfortunately, ang mangyayari sa'yo is you lose the right to practice as a nurse dito sa United Kingdom. Yeah? So, ano mga repercussions niyan? Well, yung mga feedback na narinig natin from our viewers, may iba, dinemote sila from band 5, balik sila sa band 3. Kahit habang nagpa-practice sila, nawala pa yung lisensya nila. May iba, nagkaroon ng warning. May iba, na-suspend ng parang leave without pay. Kasi nga, hindi ka pwedeng mag-function as a nurse kung wala kang lisensya. Ngayon, hindi po ito responsibilidad ng employer ninyo. Ang responsibility lang nila is to check na registered ka. Pero the registration itself is your responsibility. So, paano ngayon ang ating magandang top tip para dito? Napakasimple lang po. Then do an auto-debit agreement. Yan pong ibig sabihin nun. Auto-debit ibig sabihin, pag kailangan na yung bill, papasok na lang siya, may menos na lang sa bank account nyo. Kahit hindi nyo i-check. Alright? That's a good practice. Number 3. Ay, alam mo ba na pag nurse ka dito sa United Kingdom, every 3 years, you have to revalidate. May tinatawag tayong revalidation. And for your revalidation as a nurse, kailangan mo ng CPD hours. So what's CPD? That's Continuing Professional Development. To simply put it, pinapakita mo sa NMC, sa registering body, na meron kang ginagawa to learn more and develop the practice. So, ilang CPD hours ang kailangan mo for 3 years? Kailangan mo ng 35 hours of CPD. And doon sa 35 na yun, dapat 20 is participatory learning. So, for more guidance on that, pumunta ka sa NMC website or sa RCN website, matutulungan ka nila. Pero, ano naman ang repercussions kung hindi ka nag-iipon ng CPD? Well, similarly sa kaninang sinabi ko, you could lose your license. And pag hindi ka na-kompleto yung CPD hours, pwede ka rin matanggal sa registration. At marami na namang repercussions yan. Very similar to sa sinabi ko kanina. Pero ngayon, mas mahirap bawiin yan kasi kailangan mong ma-prove nga na meron kang CPD hours for the last 3 years. Kung wala kang proof, mahirap. So, ang aking top tip for you to make sure na meron kang proof for your CPD is gumuha ka ng journal. For every study day or let's say seminars or iba-ibang experience na makukuha mo while you're working, at least you should jot it down in that journal. Bakit? Kasi the NMC can actually ask you for proof. Ang ating truth number 4 ay actually related sa visa. Maraming nagtatanong sa atin sa Manong George, ang renewal daw ba ng visa after ng initial stay is sagot ng employer? I'd say most of the time, if not all the time actually, ang magbabayad na niyan is tayo ng mga nurse. Hindi na yan sasagutin ng employer natin. Magkano ba ang aabutin pag nag-renew ka ng visa ngayon? So, ang halaga ngayon ng renewal of visa is 464. Ngayon, 464 is not too bad, but if you factor in, kung halimbawa, if IHS applies to you, sinasabi ko lang if, pero sabi ko nga, cancel ngayon ang IHS. Pero kung may IHS, believe it or not, ang annual cost ng IHS is 624 or 624 pounds per year. So, anong ibig ko sabihin nun? So, kung nag-renew ka ng visa at 3 taon yon, edi 624 times 3. You do the maths. Medyo mabigat yon. So, it's a good thing na canceled ngayon ang IHS. Let's just say, nandito ka na sa United Kingdom nearly 5 years at qualify ka na to get the ILR. That's the indefinite leave to remain. So, magkano naman ang cost ng ILR ngayon? Ang cost ngayon ng ILR is 2,389 pounds. So, after a year mo na magkaroon ng ILR and you match all the requirements, pwede ka na mag-citizenship. So, magkano naman ang inaabot ng British citizenship as of today is 1,330 per person. So, pansinin nyo, sinabi natin lahat to in prices of a single person. So, this is very important lalo na pag family kasi, of course, kung dalawang adults, magdodoble ang presyo. Kung may kids, yes, bawas yung presyo, but still have to make sure kahit yung mga kids is well-funded for that. Diba? So, kailangan nating pag-ipunan yan. And actually, ang top tip ko is, if plan mo magstay dito sa United Kingdom and you want to settle here, then I should say, you start saving up for visa renewal and ILR day 1 pa lang. Unang sweldo mo pa lang, alam mo na yan, meron ka nang tinatabi. Kasi you never know when that day comes, kailangan mong magbayad. And who knows, today is just 2021. Every year halos, nagtataas po ang presyo niyan. So, if in 2 years time or even months time, pwede yung kinote kong prices ngayon, tumaas na. So, make sure you're doing some savings for your visa. Para sa ating truth number 5, yes, ang maganda sa United Kingdom for benefits, ang NHS is free. Pero para po sa kaalaman ng lahat is nagbabayad po tayo dito for dental fees. You heard me right? Para sa inyong ngipin, dental fees po, may bayad dito sa United Kingdom and it doesn't come cheap. So, personal experience ko dyan, I think ang dentist ko, one visit is about 50 pounds. Kung tisilipin lang, titignan, sasabihin kung ano yung problema. Pag nagkaroon ng kailangan gawin, pasta let's say, pwedeng 100 pounds to 150 pounds. On top of that, may cleaning pa. Pwedeng ang cleaning, isang visit is around 60 pounds. So you do the maths, this can add up and it can be a very dear price. So, what is my top tip? Isa sa dapat yung gawin bago kayo umalis ng Pilipinas at magtrabaho dito sa United Kingdom, do your dental checkups. Pagawa nyo na yung kailangan pagawa. Kung may kailangan pastahan, papasta nyo na. Pa-cleaning na rin kayo. Kasi you don't want to incur those costs pagdating dito kasi baka mas mahal nga dito sa United Kingdom. To-do list pag uwi nyo ng Pilipinas. Magpa-dentista na kayo. Kailangan yon at mas tipid kung sa Pilipinas. Then yung pwedeng gawin is make sure to take care of your teeth. Diba? Toothbrush lang tayo. Huwag na kayo ilagay yun. So, sana meron kayo natutunan sa aming episode ngayon na 5 hidden truths for Filipino nurses coming into the UK para magtrabaho. But, sana rin, hindi naman namin kayo na-discourage. The UK is still a great place to work in. And kung meron kayong gustong i-suggest, i-comment, and if you want to just talk to us, you can reach us in Facebook, in YouTube, and even on Instagram. Also, you could visit our website, www.filipinouknurse.com for more information and articles about nursing here in the United Kingdom. And always remember, Manong knows.
Manong knows best, put your worries to rest when staying in the United Kingdom. Manong knows best.